Hello there and welcome back to VGC, and you're watching our review of Gears Tactics. This review was written by our site editor Andy Robinson and transcribed for video purposes by me, Steven McInerney. It's not difficult to imagine Gears of War as an XCOM-style strategy game. As the series that popularised the cover shooter, the familiar enemies and weaponry of Gears have already been designed with tactical manoeuvring at their core. So, with Gears Tactics, it's little surprise to discover that very little has required reinvention in the transition to the turn-based setup.
Here comes the shit show!
Gears of War feels like it was born in this genre. Creatures flank, rush and disrupt in the same way they would in the third-person shooter series. Existing enemies slot right into the formula and require a constant reassessment of your strategy, while sneaking behind a locust drone to brutally execute them with your chainsaw is, thankfully, as bloodily efficient as ever. The game's setup will be familiar to any fans of 2K's XCOM series. Players position units around a game map in pursuit of the best angles with which to dispatch their foes, and the strongest cover from which to do it from.
That's what I thought!
Your gears come in the typical sniper, vanguard, recon, support and heavy varieties, and can be customised with a roster of abilities and equipment. Powered by Unreal Engine 4, Tactics looks fantastic and feels as slick as the core series. Developers, the Coalition and Splash Damage have created an accomplished alternative to the genre leader, with some unique features that keep Tactics from feeling like a straight clone. Instead of a grid, units can be moved freely around the game map, which introduces a welcome freedom to a genre in which sightlines are absolutely crucial.
Moving!
Tactics' approach to Overwatch offers similar flexibility, with players able to drag and place their own vision cones, which represent the areas your unit's attack will be triggered in should an enemy trespass within it. The larger your cone, the less accurate your shots, and enemies will also set their own Overwatch traps liberally, forcing you to take new routes or attempt to dispatch camping marksmen. Tactics' most significant mechanical shift from XCOM, however, is its vigorous pace. Tactics units are allocated 3 action points per turn, which results in battles that move at a blistering speed compared to the careful and considered 2 action turns of 2K's game.
Low on ammo!
The triple action setup means Gears units can move, shoot and set up Overwatch in a single turn, or shoot 3 different targets at once if already behind suitable cover. Multiply that by 4 squad members, plus the ability to gain even more action points via special abilities or executions, and that's a lot of chainsword baddies in a single turn.
Kill zone established.
Love's coming!
The action-packed formula results in experience that's very much about large maps, big battles and a huge number of enemies on the battlefield simultaneously, and it's not uncommon to be able to dispatch a whole army of them without offering the right to reply. Though of course that also means that the risk that your foe will do the same is high, and as a result Tactics battles often require players to think 2 moves ahead. And should your sniper reload at the wrong time or your recon soldier misses a crucial shot, well, enemies can go from being cornered to on top in a single turn. And it's a welcome change of pace quite literally from XCOM, with mechanics that feel slick, smooth and faithful to the Gears of War name. It is a shame, however, that the package Tactics comes wrapped in isn't quite as compelling. Tactics has been designed as a no-nonsense linear game. Unlike the base building and overarching meta game of XCOM, this is a far simpler setup with a focus on progression from mission to mission, and upgrading your soldiers via skill trees and acquired weapon caches in between.
Looks like we came just in time.
Listen, fascist. Your hammer strike took everything from us. Don't you come here looking for things.
Gears is clearly trying to do something different in the genre, with a focus on story and getting players into the action as quickly as possible. The game's presentation and cinematic flair is certainly on another level compared to what we're used to seeing from this genre, and fans will likely appreciate the redemption story of the disillusioned COG protagonist Gabe Diaz.
On it.
However, Tactics doesn't quite seize the opportunity to deliver a truly bespoke and meaningful campaign story, which leaves it often feeling like somewhat of a step backwards. Outside of a handful of exceptions, such as the few excellent boss encounters, Tactics spends most of its time recycling the same mission templates in a similar manner to XCOM's randomly generated levels, only without any of the meaningful systemic features or repercussions to the world map. These qualms aside, Tactics is an accomplished action-packed alternative to XCOM that genre fans will certainly appreciate, especially those looking for a larger scale experience than the recently released Chimera Squad. And after some signs that maybe the Gears of War series has started to feel a little bit tied in the shooter space, Tactics lays down a promising foundation for Gears of War to grow in a new genre that it's clearly suited to.
Up ahead.
Thanks for watching our Gears Tactics review on VGC. Make sure to let us know in the comments what you make of Gears Tactics, and also go and check out 10 minutes of exclusive gameplay footage of Gears Tactics. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and we'll see you next time.
Everybody in one piece? We're looking for Echo 5.